I guess before subuh prayer. Yeah.
I see. Okay, then. So it's quite different, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Okay. So had you have your lunch?
Yeah, I had a quick lunch after my class. Yeah, I finished my previous class at 15 to 1, and then I did my prayer and have a very quick lunch, and then I'm here then.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear that. Yeah.
How about you?
I came into the office earlier today to have some preparation, and then lunch. Not yet, but I have tidbits here and there. Yeah, I have
Okay.
lots of food here in the office.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then actually we cannot wait to have insights, to get insights for you. I think it won't be, it's not only my students learn from you later, but
Hopefully.
also me myself.
Okay.
Okay. At what time we should start, Mbak Gina?
Maybe Daisy, you can give me a little bit of your students. They are in which level, which semester, or a little bit about them. I can see Al YZ, is it? Thank you for turning on your camera. Really appreciate that.
So generally, the ones joining the class is my student. Yeah, from the usual, yeah, my in this regular hour, I have them. But there are probably some other students from different class and also different batch. So from my own class, they are from batch 2022, right? You're now in your second semester, right, guys?
Semester.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, so they are in second semester. So in this semester, they actually learn two different levels, and they have already completed the first one in the midterm test. Yeah, meaning that until the midterm period, they have already finished the first course, that is academic reading, and then the next half of the semester they learn about the paper proposal writing.
I see. So they are given how long actually to write the proposal?
Actually, we have just started our class after the midterm test, or after the Idul Fitri holiday. If I'm not mistaken, May 8th until later around 19th of June. So probably only in 2 months effective, but they are only asked to write the proposal. Considering the time constraint.
I see. Okay, proposal for the
paper.
Yeah. For the subject. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the next semester they are going to be given the advanced paper writing. So the goal is to make the complete article to be published in kind of students conference, something like that.
Now I get it. Okay. Okay, so meaning that this semester is a preparation for them to have a research paper.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
And next semester they have to complete the paper and they have to present.
Yes.
Okay, I was thinking that they are writing for their final year project,
Not yet.
some sort
They're...
of okay. So I guess that my notes will be like, I hope it's not too detailed. Yeah. I hope that everybody can learn something. Yeah. I'll try to share.
Okay then. We're learning to the right person. You're learning from the right person.
Hopefully.
Okay then.
Mhm.
May I ask your help, guys? I would like you to probably text your friends who have not joined the class to join the class as soon as possible. Can you please do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Abel.
Abel. Nice name, Abel.
Okay, so probably in total, how many hours that you need to present all of the materials?
Me?
Yeah.
How long do you want me to speak? I can make it long and I can make it short. You tell me.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay then. Okay, so okay. I'm sorry. I'm at the same time must admit the participants to join.
No
So
worries. Take your time. Yeah.
thank you.
Hi guys. Are you looking forward for this session? I can see happy faces. Yeah, Hafiza, you're looking very happy, which is good. Yeah. Delia, Cindy, yeah. Inas, okay, and Angie. Pardon me if I mention your name incorrectly. Yeah. I really appreciate for you to turning on your camera, because with my students, it's hard to actually ask them to turn on the camera. Yeah. Okay. See, good to see you guys. At least that I'm not talking alone.
Okay. It seems that there are more students joining. So can I start it now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay then. Okay everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good afternoon and welcome to EPIF 7 guest lecture series with Ms. Zainab Haji Muhammad Zain. Hopefully I pronounce it correctly.
Yes.
The senior lecturer in Academy of Language Studies, English Department, University Teknologi Mara or UITM, Malacca, Malaysia. So in this event, Ms. Zainab is going to delivering the sharing on tips and tricks in writing a good research proposal. Okay then. So without further ado, I would probably before we are going to have the session, I'm going to inform you a little bit about the biodata from Ms. Zainab. So Ms. Zainab is a senior lecturer in Academy of Language Studies, University Teknologi Mara. And then Ms. Zainab has already written so many publications, and there are also many other scholars cited the publication of Ms. Zainab. Not only that, Ms. Zainab also has already found some innovations, and even some of the innovation are also given awards, right, Ms. Zainab? So I think if I cannot mention the achievements of Ms. Zainab one by one because there are too many. Okay, it can take the whole session to describe the achievements. So without further ado, please welcome Ms. Zainab Haji Muhammad Zain to present the material. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Daisy. Don't believe
you.
Miss Daisy is just making up things. Yeah, not that good. Yeah, so I'm still in the learning process. Yeah, like you guys, we are in the process of learning. Every day is a learning process. Yeah, take that. Yeah. So and tomorrow is another day, a better day, hopefully. Yeah. All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Thank you to Miss Daisy for having a wonderful opening, but don't believe her. Yeah, she is equally good, even better than I am. Yeah. Okay. Thank you to the organizer for inviting and giving me this opportunity to meet all of you online. Yeah, and I can see that most of you having all these beautiful faces around. It makes me happy. Okay, and you have turned on the camera, which is very good. So I don't feel I'm alone. Yeah. Okay. Before we begin, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Okay. Right. So please allow me, Miss Daisy, to start my sharing session. Yeah.
Please, Ms. Zainab.
I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully that you can see it. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Okay, if you can see, I have about 58 slides. Yeah, but I can make it short and I can make it long. That's why I asked Miss Daisy. So how long does she wants me to speak? Okay, so all right. So we are here. Yeah, I'm from UiTM Melaka. Yeah, welcome everyone. I hope that this session will be helpful or hopefully can help you in your research writing, your proposal. Okay, right. I have been teaching, well, not that long. If I tell you, then you know my age, like Miss Daisy. So now she knows my age, yeah. But anyway, age is only number. The most important thing is in the heart that you have, yeah. If you have many numbers, but then your heart is still young, then you feel young, okay? Right, so this is my outline, yeah. This is my outline of what I plan to actually share with you. Okay. First, I would like to actually share with you the purpose. Okay, the purpose of research writing. What is the research proposal? You know, what is research proposal? The what, the why, and how. Yeah, we need to know this. Yeah, in order for us to have a good research proposal in hand. Yeah, and then I'm also going to discuss a little bit on paragraph writing. Okay, I think, you know, as sorry, as English teacher, yeah, we can't get away from teaching the 4 components, right, Miss Daisy? Yeah, we have reading, we have writing, we have speaking, and also listening. So for this session, I will talk about paragraph writing. I'm giving you examples on how to write a good paragraph writing, and then abstract writing. You need to know what is abstract writing, yeah, and how to do the abstract writing. And next we'll be going into the content of a research proposal. What are the things or the components that you need to have in your research proposal? And last but not least is the literature review I'm going to share with you. All right. Okay, everyone, you guys ready? Yeah.
Cannot wait, Miss Zainab.
Okay, right. So when we talk about research proposal, okay, be it for degree or postgraduate, you know, or undergrad, yeah, we have two schools of thoughts. Okay, so one school says that it's a journey, where when you do your research, it's a journey where you enjoy the environment, you enjoy the fresh air, you enjoy the steps that you have to take, the procedures that you have to go through, and this is where your journey begins, right? You enjoy every moment doing it, it's not something that you drag yourself, you force yourself. So when you enjoy the moment, the journey will be enjoyable. Okay, another thought, school would say it's not a journey, but it's a race and commence, meaning that they want to speed up, they want to actually finish up everything what need to be done according to the time. They don't care about what is left and what is right, but what they want is just to accelerate. So you ask yourself which school of thoughts that you want to be. Okay, enjoy the journey, or you want it to be a race, okay, where you want to reach to the end line. All right. Okay. Okay, this one. Now, let's go into about research proposal. Right? Okay, this is in Malaysia. What we do normally before we begin the class, we have learning outcome. I'm not sure in Jogja how you do it. So I'll start as usual, like other classes that I have. I have put here 3 of the learning outcome. Hopefully that out of this seminar or this guest lecture session, that you guys will have a good grasp of the key contents of good research proposal. Okay, where number 2 will be how you are able to initiate the initial steps in drafting a good research proposal. And last, of course, I also want you guys to have the general idea of writing the abstract and literature review. So these 3 things that my focus for you guys. Right? Are you following me? Is it okay? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Before we actually begin, we haven't begun yet, everyone? Okay. So I have open question. What is a research proposal? Anybody can answer my question? What is a research proposal? What do you think is a research proposal? Anyone? Al-Waizi? Can you just share a little bit? What do you think is research proposal? Don't be scared. Okay, I don't eat you. I don't eat people unless I'm really, really hungry.
Alvaisi has already answered in the chat.
Oh.
Miss Zaina probably he has
Okay.
some audio problems.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Can you please, Miss Daisy, read me the chat because I
Okay. Ais or Alvaisi answered, it's our idea or topic that we want to research.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. It is something about that. Yeah. Your idea. Okay. What you want to write about, what you want to do research on. Correct. Okay. My next question. Do you think this is open to everyone? Yeah. Okay. Miss Daisy, whoever answered the question, I'll give some token of appreciation. Okay. So Lizy, you can claim that from Miss Daisy.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Come on, guys.
So my second question. Yeah, semangat. Okay. Do you think it is important to learn on how to write a good research proposal? Well, what do you think? Do you think it's important or it's not important? No? Cindy? What do you think, Cindy?
It's important.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. True, maybe.
No, maybe, but for me, that's important.
It's important. Okay.
Yes.
Why do you say it's important, Cindy? My next question.
Because if we want to make some, boleh pakai bahasa Indonesia?
Bisa nggak, Miss Daisy?
Okay, but just try to mix the language, yeah.
Maybe if we want to make some proposal in, tidak hanya di kampus, maybe in dunia pekerjaan, we must know from now how to write a rich proposal. So for me, that is important.
Yes, good answer, Cindy. I can see that Cindy is far-sighted. Okay, she is not only in universitas, level. She is already looking in the future. Okay, working line. Yeah, which is good. Yeah, we need to have people like this. Keep it up, Cindy. Okay, keep it up. Yeah. So true what Cindy said. Yeah, it's important. But as for now, it's important for you to score. All right. I'm sure that, writing this proposal is important for you for this semester because you need to pass, isn't it? You need to pass, yeah? And then next semester, like what Miss Daisy has shared earlier on, this proposal, next semester, you have to come up with a research article, okay? And you need to publish. You need to actually present in conference, which is good for you. Okay, it is an exposure. Okay, good answer, guys. Yeah. Okay, now let's look at next what I have. Okay, so I will start with the purpose of a research proposal. Okay, your research proposal is, the main purpose is to convince your research and supervisor or your lecturer. In this case, it's Miss Daisy. Okay, or the university that what you are studying with. Yeah, so a research proposal is when it needs to be suitable and then it needs to be manageable. Okay, suitable here is of course according to the university requirement. Okay, so if you are given, let's say, from May to July, maybe okay, about 2 months, yeah, to complete. So you need to have that, manage the time, yeah. The manageable is according to the given time and resources constraint. Because why? You need to make sure that it is suitable, okay, according to university requirement, whether you want to get an A, a B, or a pass. And then manageable meaning a time given, how long the duration time given to you. Okay, and then the constraint, the resources constraint would be financially, or is it, in many cases, of course, manageable in terms of your focus in writing the research proposal. All right. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, a research proposal. Okay, I asked just now, right? What is a research proposal? So it's actually a structured and a formal document. Yeah, it's actually more on like a roadmap to finishing your dissertation, your final year project, your research, and in this case, yeah, you need to have the 3 questions there: what, why, and how. So you have to ask yourself the 3 questions. Yeah, what is it that you want to do? Okay. And then comes, of course, the research topic. Right? Why? The why is, why do you want to do it? Why on earth that you want to do the research topic that you have chosen? So you have to ask yourself. And of course, you need a justification. All right. And then the third question will be how. How here is the method that you're going to carry out your research. So you have to ask yourself these 3 things. From time to time, I'll keep on coming back to the what, why, and how, because I want you guys to be clear the reasons why you are doing this. Is it because to get good marks, or is it to pass the subject, or your target is to have a research paper next semester to be present in a conference? Okay, so once you are clear of why you are doing this, then inshallah it's going to go smoothly. Okay, right. So when we talk about what, okay, what is it that you want to do? Okay, you need to clearly state your research topic. This is very important. Yeah. your research topic here, where it need to be specific and unambiguous, which in what you plan to do your research on. Yeah, so the research and in what context. So if you can see here, yeah, I have what do I mean by clear topic? So clear topic here will be because Miss Daisy informed me that you guys are business student, yeah. So I try to make it in business element here. Okay, so look at the topic: an investigation into the factors which impact female Gen Y consumers' likelihood to promote a perfume brand to their peers. Okay, an Indonesian context. So you can see that I highlighted here. So here, what are you looking at? You are looking at the factors, yeah, and then who, okay, involved in this, female Gen Y consumers, and then in which context that you are looking at. You are not looking at the global market. You're not looking at a big horizon, but you make it small in the sense of an Indonesian context. So we know the scope and limitation that you have. Yeah. Guys, are you still following me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
please.
Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, next. Yeah, you have to ask. Okay, the second question, why? Okay, why do you want to do this research? Okay, is it okay? How will it be unique from others? Okay, how will it contribute? Whether you are contributing to the society, your research, is it answering to issues like country level or university level, or at your level or your faculty or your school? Yeah, so you have to ask, okay, why are you doing this? Okay, of course, the originality alone is not enough. The topic must be original. Yeah, originality alone is not enough, but must be valuable and important. So you must find a topic that is important, that is valuable, yeah, so that your supervisor or your lecturer, in this case Miss Daisy, will approve. Yeah, oh, this is important research that Cindy can do this. This is good. Cindy has proven that you have reason why you want to work on that certain issue. Okay, so again, you have to ask yourself, what value added if you manage to find the answers to your research question? Okay, so you have to ask yourself, yeah, what value added? Meaning, comparing with past year's work, past year's research. Okay, what makes your research is special? Okay, and useful for others to learn. You try to do the research that helping others to solve their problem as well. Okay, so it's crucial, yeah, for you to answer this kind of question. You have to be clear of it, right? Okay, next. Okay, how? Yeah, again, how is the way. Yeah, how are you going to go about it? How are you going to your approach in conducting your research? How are you going to do it? Are you going to go quantitative or qualitative or even mixed method? Okay, this is terminology under research. Yeah, a research proposal. You have to decide. Quantitative, it's more on numbering. Qualitative is interview. Just a little bit here and there so that you are not confused. Yeah, and mixed method would be the combination of both, right? And then looking at the time horizon, will it be cross-sectional or longitudinal? And your sample strategy, your people, your target, your audience, yeah, and then the collection method. These are all under your how. The third question: interviews, or are you doing the surveys, yeah, and then the analysis method. Okay, also all this, but I'm not going to touch this. Okay, will be discussed in another guest lecture by another speaker. But I just want to tell you, okay, the three questions is important. Okay, the what, the why, and the how. Okay, from time to time, I'll come back to the question to make sure that you are clear why you are doing the research topic. Okay, all right. Okay, here, okay. First things first, of course, you need a cover page. Yeah, before you submit to your supervisor or your lecturer, you need to have a cover page. Okay, the cover page consists of the title that you have chosen. Okay, and of course, your name, your supervisor, the information, right? Your metric number or your student ID, okay, and then the program that you're taking, because I'm sure in your university you have lots of faculties and different programs, yeah, and then the title must be sufficiently clear to reflect the nature and the intention of the research. Okay, just want to share with you, yeah, last semester was it, or yeah, previous semester, okay, I have this one student who keep on changing the topic. Every 2 weeks he changes the topic. Yeah, so that is it good or is it bad? What do you think, class? Is it good to keep on changing the topic or the idea that what you want to work on?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, if you keep on changing, then when are you going to start doing the work? Yeah, doing the digging of the research. So you have to come up with a topic and develop the topic along the way. Yeah, you have, okay. And I normally would recommend students to find a topic that is close to your heart, something that you like, yeah, because you are going to work with this topic the whole semester. Okay, for my students here, when they do their research proposal, they have to complete it within 14 weeks. Yeah, so they have to come out like this. Yeah, so they have to, okay, this is some of their work. Yeah, where you have first things first. Okay, you need to have the cover page. So that's why I said that the cover page is important, because then we know who is this, yeah, and what would be the title, okay, of the topic that you are going to work on, right? So next, yeah, okay, that is, I think everybody knows what need to be done on the first cover page, yeah. Okay, next is this, okay, how you write the paragraph content, okay, you need to write. When you need to write, how do you write the introduction part? How do you write? How do you start? Okay, so we have here, right? So the purpose, okay, you must mention the purpose. You must mention the supporting evidences and also the conclusion. Okay, so the purpose, let's us together look into, yeah, the point of the paragraph. Okay, what are you wanting to address? What do you want to address? What do you want to do your research on? Okay, and normally or usually in a statement form. Okay, and then of course you need to support with evidence, yeah, justification for the earlier statement. Why do you want to do it? Okay, and then of course later on will be the close to the paragraph, conclusion. So it's important, you want to address that it's important for you to do this research. Okay, why? Of course, you have to tell the reason. Okay, now I have here one example, yeah, paragraph content. Okay, studies on the factors which impact on female. I take the same title earlier, yeah. On female Gen Y consumers' likelihood to promote a perfume brand to their peers are generally very limited. Okay, this Kamigam et al. Said 2012. This is from research, yeah, past year's research. Researcher had done this, and in studying the impact on female Gen Y consumers, Robertson and Minter, 1998, acknowledged that the impact as a marketing concept. Okay. Nevertheless, Robertson and Minter, 1998, did not make any clarification or clear description for the acknowledgement. All right, feedbacks were received that certain experts are still not convinced with the concept. Hence, in enlightened to the issue, an explanation for the concept is proposed. So you see, this is a sample, yeah, a sample of paragraph content in the introduction part, okay, that you can write, and I have here. Can you see the red boxes, the red box? Okay, this is the purpose. Okay, the same, yeah, the same one like previous here. Okay, here is the first sentence would be the purpose. Okay, and then the supporting evidence comes here. The next sentence after the purpose will be the supporting evidence. So you can see, all right, and the last sentence would be the feedbacks will receive, and this is the closure. So why is it important? You have the purpose, you have the supporting evidence, and you have the closure, right? Okay, I hope things are clear, yeah? Allow me to continue, yeah? Okay, so now we have on abstract. Okay, what is abstract? We need to know, you know, I still remember during my degree years when we had to do the final year project, yeah, we were asked, okay, to write an abstract. But I asked myself back then, what is abstract? I'm not sure what is abstract, okay? So, and I'm sure many of you, my students too, yeah, when they are asked to write an abstract, they may know, but many, you know, not quite sure. So that is why I am here, okay? Right. What is abstract? Abstract is a summary of entire work from start to finish. It's actually a summarization of your research. Okay, when your lecturer or your supervisor read the abstract, basically will get to know, okay, so this is what the student want to do. Okay, so and it's normally abstract will be in one singular paragraph. Okay, at best it should be comprehensive and appreciable. Okay, comprehensive meaning short, but you know, it has meaningful, okay, to the readers. All the necessary borderline compulsory, okay, this is compulsory and all necessary information is there. Okay, what are the necessary? I'll share with you in a short while in the next slides. Okay, and your language need to be straightforward. This is not, you know, poetry that, you know, you want to talk about this, talk about that, you know, no. It's really straightforward. Abstract is straightforward, telling you, you know, all the components that must have in the abstract. Okay, and the abstract is not too lengthy, okay, not too short. Okay, word count matters. Okay, again, you please refer to your university guideline. Okay, some conferences, yeah, publication, they ask abstract about 300 words. It's not easy to have in 300 words compress everything, you know, about your research. It is challenging. Okay, it's easy if they don't give any limit count of numbers. Okay, all right. Next, okay, this is the ingredient, or this is the components that what you need to have in your abstract. Okay, so all right, normally the content of generic abstract, generally, or your abstract, you need to have introduction or the background of the study. You need to have the aim, you need to have the objectives, okay, the methods, how you conduct your research, the analysis and the result, yeah, and your discussion, conclusion, and of course, your recommendation. So class, do you think that, you know, having all these 8 components in 300 words is easy? Is it easy or is it hard? What do you think, class? Is it easy or hard? In 300 words, having all those 8 elements or 8 components.
I think it would be hard.
Hard, yes. I find it hard because, you know, I would intend to write more because I want to tell more, the audience more about what I'm writing, but you must make it short and sweet. Okay, all right. Next, yeah. Okay, this is, I have a sample on how to write, yeah, where you have all these 8 elements, okay, in this proposal stage, okay, the abstract, the words that you need to use, okay. Okay, abstract, you have 2 types, with result and without result. With result meaning you have completed your research. Without result here, meaning that you have not complete your research. So this is how, you know, what's the difference? Okay, the difference you can see from here. The validation is expected to prove. Okay, to prove. This is without result, not yet ready. Okay, but you still have to write the abstract. Yes, you can do this. So there are two types of abstract, one after the completed research and one is the ongoing, still you don't have the result. Okay, so I have here, okay, this is with result, comparing just now. The difference would be the validation has proven, okay, has proven. Again, and you have all the 8 elements here, meaning what are the elements just now? Okay, you have the introduction, you have the aim, you have the purpose, you have the method. How are you going to do about it? Okay, you have a little bit of the discussion, the findings, if you have done complete the research. Okay, so these are some of the words that I may suggest that you want to use in your research. Okay, so here, main aim. All right, and then in achieving this aim, 3 research objectives, you have to mention the research objective. Okay, so what will be the 3? Number 1, okay, factors that impact Gen Y female. Okay, number 2, establish new what? New terms? Is it new policy or new strategy, marketing strategy maybe? Yeah, and then the third one is to validate the new established marketing strategy, for example. Yeah, so the first objective was to achieve, you mentioned everything here, and this is, about these 300 words is your abstract. The comprise, the short and sweet, but you have everything inside your abstract. Okay, are you still following me, class?
Okay, yes,
Okay, thank you. All right, okay, this is the with result just now. All right, now we are going into the content of research proposal. Okay, content of research proposal. So normally, I'm not sure, Miss Daisy, if, pardon me if I'm not following your university guideline, but this is normally what we have in our research proposal. Okay, generally, we have about 7 chapters. Yeah, we have the introduction, okay, where the research objective, research question, the background, yeah, and then you have the chapter 2 will be literature review, yeah, the past year's research done by other researchers, yeah, and then you have the third. Chapter 3 will be the research method, methodology, how you're going to conduct it, your research, and then expected results. This is optional, but it would be good if you can have that. And then you have to conclude of the first until 5, okay, chapters is the conclusion. What can you conclude for the chapters? Yeah, and then references, we have milestone and scheduling. Okay, all right. This is slide 24. Okay, now let's look at next slide, what we have. Okay, so we will go into the introduction or the background study. Okay, all right. So again, I come back again, the what, yeah? So what is the area of focus? What is your focus? Is it marketing? Or is it business? Okay, business, what are the area? Okay, where or how the topic or your project or your study came about. Okay, what are the problems that need to be addressed? Okay, so this is important because you have to any research must come from a problem, and you are trying to answer the problem. Okay, and why the problems need to resolve? Of course, to help the community, to help your friends, to help the country, or maybe to help your faculty, okay, to answer to resolve the questions, to resolve the issue. So that's why that is your contribution. Okay, you are answering these certain issues in order for you to do your research proposal. Okay, all right. So you start with a general idea. Yeah, start on the general surface, bird's point of view or idea regarding the topic. Right? Okay, again here, choose something that is close to your heart. Yeah, don't choose something that you don't like, because you have to work on this and it's not easy. Okay, if you are forcing yourself, you don't like the topic and you have to work on that, then it will be burdening to you. So choose something that is close to your heart. Okay, all right. And then when you start wide and above, then slowly narrows down to the particular scope of study. Okay, in every research, you need to have scope of study, the scope. You're not doing everything under the moon, under the sun. Yeah, you are doing on certain scope of study. Okay, a more specific elevation is provided in 1.2. Okay, later, the problem statement. Okay, so the introduction is a generally background idea of what the research that you want to do, right? Okay, next. Okay, general reasons behind the selections of the area of study could also be justified. Yes, it would be good if you can justify why is it important. Okay, let's look at a sample. I have a sample here. This study gives special focus on factors which impact female Gen Y consumers based on the research gap in the field that they entail further exploration. This is why your research need to be done. Okay, you're telling your supervisor, or you're telling your examiner or your lecturer that this is important, that this is why you have to do this. Okay, aside from the alarming statistic on global selling products, perfume brand was chosen. You're not doing any beauty brand, yeah, beauty product, yeah, but you're choosing the perfume brand specifically. Okay, for this study over the makeup brands based on the following. So what are the following would be? You have to, of course, talk about, discuss on perfume brands. The firstly, why? Okay, now, secondly, why do you want to do on perfume, not on shoes, for example, not on makeups, but you choose perfume brands. Okay, all right. So suggestively, all right, conclude the introduction with the following. You need to conclude. Yeah, you have the idea, you support the idea, and then you need to conclude. Okay, so in the introduction or the background of the study, you can write this study aim. What is your aim of doing the study? What are you ask yourself? What will be your aim? Okay, and for this study, you are using quantitative or maybe qualitative. I guess I'm not sure, but for business, I guess most of you will be doing quantitative, the SPSS, I guess. Right? Okay, so which method that you're using? Right, and the expected result. What is your expected result? Do you think that female consumer willing to promote to their peers, or they don't? That is what we are. What I'm trying to say when it comes to expected results. Okay, therefore, all right, the novelty, okay, the special. Why is it your research is special of this study is you have to highlight. Okay, this study shall fill the research gap. Of course, you need to have the research gap there. The final paragraph of the introduction provides general point of view on the outcome of the study. Okay, so these are the a few sentences or words that you can use in your research proposal. Right? Okay, still under introduction and background of study. Okay, here I give you an example. Okay, the flow of the information. Right, first we have to have introduction. What will be the introduction? The Gen Y female consumers. And where do you get that from? Of course, from the literature. Literature here means that you have to find, articles written by other researchers, previous researchers on the topic. I'm sure, right? There are many, all right, researcher has done on this. Okay, and then the problem statement here, okay, is there is a link between perfume brands and female consumer. Okay, what would be the problem statement? Why? Why do you think that these female consumers? Of course, all this come from literature. The past here, you have to find out research done by other people. Okay, and then the aim is to, what is your aim? To develop or to identify factors. Okay, or maybe something which could facilitate in optimizing the sales of perfume in the market. I don't know. Yeah, so what will be your aim, right? And then the objective. Okay, the steps the step-by-step taken in order to reach the set aim. Okay, aim is to develop something or to identify factors. But in order to reach the aim, you need to have the objectives, right? Now, we go back to the why. This is when we have the problem statement. Yeah, why? Why are you doing this study? You have to ask yourself. Okay, what are the necessities? Is it important for you to do, or it's not important? You have to find something that is important. Okay, the issues that you can share, so that why is it important? Because to answer certain issues, to solve some problems that you have in the society, in your faculty maybe, or from the issues that you have in Jogja maybe. Yeah, so that other people can learn from your research. Okay, right, and must be from literature. Okay, literature here again and again warranted by previous study or documented somewhere. It can be, other research proposal, or it can be in articles. Yeah, it can be from journals. Yeah, or it can be from newspaper. Yes, as long as it is documented somewhere. All right. Okay. And then the problem statement is related to the findings. This is where chapter 2, literature review. Right. Okay. This is slide 3. So far, so good. Do you have any question?
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. So here, when we talk about problem statement, right, problem statement is the foundation, the issue, yeah, focus of your research proposal. You need to have a problem in order to solve that problem. Okay, so find the problem. What is the problem in the marketing field, in merchandising, yeah, for example. Okay, and it is a clear standalone statement that makes explicit what it is you are aiming to discover or to establish. So to answer the questions, yeah, the problem statement will outline the basic facts of the problem, explain why the problem matters. Okay, why is it important for you to do that? Okay, and pinpoint a solution. The most important thing is when you do a research, you find a problem. Okay, some problem that arise, and how do you want to solve that problem? That is your research, and the solution is actually quickly and directly as possible. Okay, right. Now, under the problem statement, okay, since the problem statement is related to literature review, it is closely associated with research gap. Okay, here research gap is, when you read journal articles, yeah, a research gap is the missing piece or pieces in the research literature. Is the area that has not been explored or underexplored. Meaning what? Meaning that you read one article from researcher A, and you also read another article from researcher B. Okay, and from your reading, there is something missing. Okay, then that is the area that, the research that which you can go and try to solve the problem. Okay, could be explicitly mentioned in the previous study or studies. Okay, or sometime when you read an article, the researcher will pinpoint, will explicitly mention, okay, this area, in future, researcher can do this area because the researcher that has written that has not covered that area. Okay, and sometimes it doesn't mention, but you will notice along the way in your reading. So keyword here, you need to read. Okay, read journal articles. Okay, so here, for example, explicitly mentioned, yeah, because I mentioned earlier. Okay, how is it that explicitly mentioned, clearly mentioned by a previous study? Okay, for here, okay, when you read the journal article, the article will say, for future studies, since understanding in the area of factors which impact female Gen Y consumers and its relationship with the perfume brands and willingness to share with their peers is minimal. So you are saying that this is a topic, for example, yeah, that you want to work on, right? More studies and exploration are recommended for these area of the female consumers. So this is written by previous study. So you just take whatever that, the suggestions mentioned of area, the research gap that you can do. So that will be easy. Okay, many researcher will write what the future researcher should do that. Okay, all right. Next, the aim. Yeah, aim here will be, what will be the aim of your study? Okay, what are you trying to achieve? Okay, the goal, the topic of your project or your study. To answer certain question, to answer certain problem, to solve, to find solution, to find maybe a better way on how to sell the perfume, maybe, maybe different platform, and different ways. So what will be the aim? So this is also something that you need to wonder. Okay, so research objective. After the aim, remember you have the research objective. Okay, research objective of the work must be clearly explained. An objective is a clear statement of something that needs to be accomplished over a period of time. You have set a duration of time to complete. Okay, let's say you have only 5 weeks. So you work on the 5 weeks. The flow of the research objective should be there as well. Okay, for example, result from objective 1 should be in the initial step for objective 2. First objective answered, then second objective, and through again depending on your study. Okay, so it depends. This is a suggestions, but ways that you can do the research objective. Okay, in order to achieve the aim, right, several objectives are outlined as a step-by-step approach to reach it. Okay, normally in research proposal or research paper, maximum of 3 objectives in any research proposal. Maximum, not more. But you can have, no problem. You can have 4 or 5 objectives that you want, but do you wish to complete your research, your proposal, or research project after 3 years? I'm sure you don't want, because you're given only maybe 1 semester, or maybe about 2 months to complete. Up to you. So that's why I mentioned the maximum is 3 objectives, enough, something that is doable, doable. Okay. Next, we have scope and limitation of study. Okay, what is scope and limitation? Okay, scope of study will be the extent to which the research area will be explored. Okay, so what would be the scope? Which area? Only in Jogja, or maybe in Indonesia, or in Java province? You name it. You make the scope. Okay, so that it specify the parameters within the study will be operating. Okay, basically this means that you will have to define what the study is going to cover and what it is focusing on. You cannot do everything under the sun. And limitation will be areas that which will not be explored or will be covered. Okay, of course, scope of study and limitation need justification based on literature. Literature here again and again is past years research, okay, previous research that had done by other researchers. Okay. Next will be significance of study, the novelty, the speciality, the why, the special of your research, okay, your contribution and or the impact. Okay, what will be, ask yourself, what will be the contribution or the impact made by your study? Okay, strengthening the problem statement, why, from the keyword here, why. Why do you want to do it? What contribution that you will put into the society, or is it in your faculty? And then areas affected, research gap field gains by various parties, members of the society. What is the contribution? Okay, your research must be, special, must be important enough that it contributes for solution on certain problems. That is an impact. When you do something big and do something that is good for others to learn. So from your research, is actually you get your research done, and at the same time you get the solution for the problem. That is important. Okay. Next, all right, this is optional, research proposal chronology, but normally I like to have this. Yeah, I normally ask my students to do this because why? Then you know the steps, the chronology. Okay, it's not compulsory, but it's optional. Okay, this section provide the outline of the research proposal. By default, this is just optional. Yeah. So the point is to facilitate the reader to understand the flow of the proposal. It's good that my students do this because then I can understand what are the steps that they are using. I have one example here. Okay, I hope that you can see, right? This is a research proposal chronology. Okay, from beginning, yeah, the start here. So you start with chapter 1. Okay, you write down the background of study, the introduction. Yeah, why are you doing it? How are you going to go about it? Yeah, and then the chapter 2 would be the literature review. Okay, past year's work, past year's research that you have read. Chapter 3 will be the research method, the method that you're going to do it. Okay, and then chapter 4 will be the novelty, the special, okay, the result, the discussion, the analysis, yeah, of the research that you are working on. All right, and chapter 5 will be what is so special. If we have theory, I mean, for degree level, I don't think you need to have theoretical model or framework. Okay. Theories that use this is it's more on the postgraduate, but still good if you can have that as the ruler, okay, as to stand where are you standing from. Okay, and then chapter 6 will be the validation, chapter 7 will be the result discussion, and last will be the conclusion. And this is the process that you are going to go through. So normally for my student, I'll ask them to do this. Okay, so that I can know, oh, you're doing this correctly, or you're not doing these steps, you know, then we know where and how to go about it. Now, are you still strong there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? Okay?
Yes.
I hope that I'm not putting you into sleep. Yeah, I'm not, yeah? Hopefully that you're still learning here. Okay? Just bear with me a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah? Okay. Talking about literature review, okay, is used to support the problem statement, the objective, the methodology, some part of the discussion. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is you need to read a lot. Yeah, literature review is from past year's work, past year's researchers that work on the same area of your research that you plan to do. Okay, poor literature review will be a fun day for the panel examiners, okay, or your supervisor, and it's the end of the world for you. Because why? Because when you do literature review, you read lots of things, you read lots of materials from here and there, from journals, you know, you get more information, you understand more of the situation, and you know the current research is doing, the researcher is doing certain area. Or is it, you know, obsolete? Maybe 10 years ago, the issue is this, but current it has changed. So that's why you need to read your literature review, yeah, your past year's research, so that it can strengthen your writing. Okay, and major part literature review is where the research gap is identified. You know, when I do my research, normally I'll be doing lots of reading on this, then I will look at, oh, this is where I should be working on. So the tips and tricks are there from the past year's research. But the keyword here, you have to read. Okay, right. Next. Okay, writing a literature review, right? Literature review, basically we have four levels, I would say. All right, we have comment, compare, contrast, and critique. Okay, let's go one by one. Okay, writing a literature review is not easy. Okay, it's actually easy. Okay, I'm just making it say not easy. No, it's actually doable. When you read certain articles, and then first level is the comment. It's the basic reporting. Okay, just details on the findings. You read from researcher A and researcher B. So you comment or you report the basic finding. Okay, findings from one researcher A says this, researcher B says this. Okay, what they did, what they found, nothing more, nothing less. It's just basic reporting. The next level, if you can do, it'll be good. The compare. Right? You compare apple to apple comparison. Compare meaning here is the finding the similarities. Yeah, the similarities. We need to find several studies. Okay, minimum of 2 studies, research article. Yeah, something similar along the line of your research. Okay, which share the same goal or something. Okay, it can be goal. It can be the result. It can be on the method. Yeah, but you know, the more studies, then the better. Okay, for example, study on female consumers Gen Y. So you find 2 or 3 articles, you read and you find the similarities on these 3 articles. Okay, it's so comparable. Right. Next level would be contrast. Okay, you read article A, article B, article C, and then you contrast. Find the the contrasting. Okay, the contrasting from, for example, apple to orange. So same 2 studies at least, and then the more the better, of course. Yeah, contrast maybe from the objective or the method. Maybe researcher A, they do the objective is this. Okay, researcher B doing different objective. So what would be the method? How do they find it, the differences? Yeah. So study on female consumer. Maybe you can compare between Gen Y and Gen Z. 2 different, yeah, like apple to orange just now. So same area of study, still female consumers, but in different perspective. Yeah, not studying the same component, right? And then that it can be used as a contrasting study. Next level, the higher level, if you can reach this, wow, this is good. Okay, this is what we say, critique, the highest level of literature review would be critically important, especially for postgraduate. Okay, so basically you need to criticize or elaborate on your personal disapproval or disagreement on previous studies in a polite way. Right? For example, selection of parameters. These parameters is not suitable for this as a work group, yeah, or execution of the method or the design is not suitable. Why? Of course, we need to support. So these are the 4 literature review, the levels of literature review that you can do in your writing of the research proposal. Okay. Talking about literature review again, I would advise my students to have this. Okay, this is what we call table of metrics. Okay, I'm sure that you will be reading lots of articles, yeah, and then you do this table, author or researcher, you write down the name. Okay, for example, article 1, what's the author? What's the title of the work, and then the journal, the details, the value, the issue of the article or the volume, yeah, and or the page number details, and then what will be the outcome of the study, you write down here, yeah, and then what will be the remarks or gaps that you found. So you can have if you read like 10 articles, you have a list. This is a summarization of the articles that you read, what we call literature review table metrics. So when you want to find out, then it's easy. Okay, you on a piece of paper or in piece of page like this, you can have all the research papers that you have refer to. Okay, so this is what we call literature review table metrics. Okay, finding the gaps, yeah, research gaps. Okay, so this is how you can write on researching the gap, yeah. So firstly, female consumers tend to buy beauty products in various platforms. Therefore, there is need to be clearly outlined what are the factors of female consumers. Okay, what you write is the considered established. This is to you explain why is it important. Yeah. So secondly, perfumes or beauty products came in various designs and specification. Hence, there is a need for a specific perfume or product to be in classification system. Okay, what kind of system is that? That is the research gap that you can work on. Right? Okay, next, research method. Okay, this is the how. Yeah. So again, sources of data collection. Okay, how do you do it? what instrument that you use, mode, method, data collection, analysis result, statistically analysis. Okay, the limitation, constraint, and all this will be discussed in another workshop by another speaker. But I'm answering the 3 questions: what, how, and the why. Okay, so research method is how do you go about your research, right? Okay, expected result, again, optional, right? At the stage of research proposal, it's not expected from you. But if you have this, this is a plus point. Yeah, it would be great if you have, okay, the expected result, right? But if you don't have, no problem. Okay, next we have the conclusion. Okay, remember just now we have all those that I have mentioned. Okay, conclusion. Okay, at the end, at the research proposal stage, the purpose is to summarize. Okay, conclusion is the summarization of the entire work of your research proposal. Okay, what is the conclusion that you get from your research? Highlight the aim, highlight the objective, the methods, for example, and the information that you have from introduction coming back to the full cycle. Yeah, so it concludes of the whole thing of your research. So it's it can also comment on expected results. Okay, a contribution made by your study. Right? Okay. Little bit more, guys. Little bit more. Yeah, be patient. Yeah. And then next we have the milestone and scheduling. All right. So milestone and scheduling is a research milestone, is a measure in the progression or stage of research proposal. I'm not sure whether you're at your level, you have to have this, yeah, but it would be good if you can have this. The schedule is generally a timeline for each stage of the research proposal, and normally it comes from under Gantt chart, yeah. The details of the schedule will be subjective depending on the research work, at best be comprehensive. Okay, I have example here. Okay, here, this is a Gantt chart, a sample of Gantt chart, where you put in when you want to do, what you want to do, okay, from which month or which week you want to do it. So then by having this Gantt chart, you know what level you are in, okay, what step or which step that you should be doing by next month or next week, for example. Okay, so here is your planning, okay, the map, the timeline, the Gantt chart, yeah. So the introduction part will be the first 2 weeks, maybe to decide the topic, right? And then the next one, you have to go through, okay, the writing process, the research, reading, okay, for the literature review, maybe few weeks, you have to find articles related to your topic, yeah, and then you need to actually compare, contrast, you know, to write the literature review, yeah, and then to find out, and of course, analysis part where you have to do the discussion and so on. So this is basically what we call milestone and scheduling. It's important, yeah, as your guideline, right? Next, references and bibliography. Okay, I'm just wondering, yeah, do you think, what do you think, references and bibliography, is it the same or different? Are they the same or different?
Different, maybe.
Different, maybe, Hafiza. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's different. Very good. Okay, what makes them different? Okay, because sometimes I know that students sometimes confuse. Yeah, what's the difference between reference and bibliography? Yeah, okay, this is the difference. References is a cited publication, meaning that you read article journal from A, B, and C, researcher A, B, and C, and you take from A, B, and C what they said, what they have found out, and you put inside your research paper. That is in text. So you put under references. Okay. Bibliography, on the other hand, that you read the article, okay, the written by researcher D, E, F, and G, for example. You just read, but you do not cite. You do not take whatever that they have written there and put inside your research proposal. So that's only under bibliography. Okay. So do you see the difference now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think many of my students, they are confused. They thought that it's just the same, just the different names. No, right? References is when you cite the publication, you take whatever the researcher has written, the results, the methods, and put inside your research proposal. That is under reference. Bibliography is just you read but not cited. Okay, and then of course writing the references, you have APA, you have MLA, you have Chicago, or many methods. Again, you refer to your university guideline. Okay, all right. The quantity of references is always a subjective matter. Yeah, for as long as you have the evidences, the justification, it is sufficient. Okay, for certain research, they want. If let's say you're applying, you are writing a research paper, sometimes the conference they say that you must have minimum of 15 references or 30 references. That's why you need to refer to your, if you're doing on conferences. But if you're doing research proposal for your university, then you have to go through, refer to the university guideline. Okay, right. Okay, I am close coming to the the ending of my presentation. Okay, recap of the learning outcomes. Yeah, hopefully you get good grasp on the key contents of research proposal. Hopefully, yeah, the students, you can initiate the initial steps in drafting your research proposal. Yeah, and you have the general idea of how to write abstract writing and literature review in a research proposal. Yeah, I'm not sure if you get anything that, I hope that you learn something from the session. Yeah, and I guess that will be all from me. Yeah, anything you like to ask, maybe? Miss Daisy?
Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay.
Maybe what about the time? Am I too fast, or do you
No. Thank you very much, Ms. Zainab, for the comprehensive, thorough, and insightful explanation. You make the hard thing easy. I have already told my students, please pay attention carefully to the explanation. It's a very easy way to understand the research proposal. So I like the way you deliver the material, starting from the outline, the what, why, and how, and also the most important thing is that probably there are also difficulties in distinguishing the literature review, meaning differentiating which sources can be the theoretical framework and or probably those who are included in empirical studies, something like that. So some of students still face those kind of confusion. So the table metric is actually a 5-star strategy to understand, or probably to kind of listing the useful references, right, guys? I believe that all of my students have the same opinion. So do you have questions? Not every day we can learn things from the expert, guys. Come on. Oh, Ais, Al-Faizi wants to ask you a question, Ms. Zainab.
Yes.
Okay, so I will then read the question for you, Ais, yeah? Is it all, Ais? Okay, then. Ms. Zainab has previously mentioned that we need to think about the necessities when we want to create a research, and it needs to be important. It's also mentioned that it needs to have some kind of significance, something like that, significances. What if I want to do a research for like some insignificant topic, just to satisfy his curiosity? Like maybe, for example, he wants to research and prove that Nutella is the best chocolate in terms of taste in the world. Is it appropriate, quote unquote? Thank you very much for the interesting question, Ais.
Yeah, interesting, Al-Waizi. Yeah. So again, you can do anything under the sun. Yeah. And if you think that your curiosity, normally people do the research to answer their own curiosity. Yes. And sometimes it has. Don't you think that Nutella is something that everybody, I mean, not everybody, most of us, most of teenagers like to eat Nutella, right? My children, they like to eat Nutella. Yeah. So if you say that Nutella is the best chocolate in terms of the taste in the world, so yes, why not? To me, why not? But of course, you need to justify. You have to find previous research saying that, about chocolate, about Nutella, and you try to convert everything in the table metrics, yeah, and then try to have a look, okay, what if Nutella is good, or is it Nutella is bad? So from your literature review, you need to read. Yes, no problem. To me, it comes from individual interests. Yeah, if you like about this, work on this. And of course, again, you have to refer to Miss Daisy. She will actually decide whether it is workable or it's not workable, right? So again, I'm sure that Miss Daisy, she has her own guideline. Yeah, and if she thinks that, okay, this is something that interesting, why not? Yeah, if you ask me, to me, why not do something? Yeah, and then and not only you alone eat Nutella. Yeah, a lot of people consume Nutella, which I think this is also significant to the society. Okay, for the age. Yeah, I hope that I'm answering your questions.
Is that enough, Ais? Thank you for the answer, ma'am. Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah, start from something close in heart, right, Miss Zainab?
Yes, something that close to your heart. True.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
There is another one. Another student wants to ask you a question,
Mhm.
Miss Zainab.
Yeah.
Okay, floor is yours, Hafsa.
Hafsha, yeah. What are the important things that? Okay, hold on. Let me.
I'm sorry, Miss Zainab, you are off cam.
Off. Oh, really? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. What are the important things that are often forgotten in making research proposal? What do you think? Of course, when you don't have, based on my experience, yeah, some students, if you forget, that's why you need to have your research proposal and show to your supervisor or your lecturer. Then, from there, I'm sure that your lecturer, Miss Daisy, will point out, okay, what are the things that is missing? Okay, because you have to answer to her questions. Yeah, so sometimes the important thing that might be forgotten in research proposal would be the research question. Okay, why do you want to do this? How are you going to go about it? It can be many things, but students normally, when you want to do something, you might miss focus on certain parts. So you need to remember, okay, the objective. What will be your aim? What will be your objective? So the key points, the 8 key points that you must have in the research proposal, those are the things that you have to refer to. Yeah, so that you don't forget or miss anything important. Right? Any more question?
Sorry, ma'am, I would like to add some question.
Yes, Hafiza.
But I'm sorry, I'm not really understand about the abstract and conclusion session. As you mentioned before, that abstract is summarized, right, with a content of generic abstract. And can you give me like keyword to help me how to differentiation for abstract and the conclusion session? Thank you.
Okay. The difference between abstract and conclusion. Okay, abstract is the summarization of your research. Okay, what will be the objective? Okay, the basic background. Yeah, what will be the methods that you're using, and then it's basically the summarization of your research. That is abstract. When people read your abstract, people will know, oh, okay, some researcher, Okay, this is normally what I do. Yeah, when I need to do research paper, a paper, then when I don't go and read the whole thing line by line, what I do is I read the abstract first. From the abstract, then I will know what the writer is trying to do. Okay, and the result that they have. Okay, but in conclusion, right? Conclusion, the last part, conclusion is the summarization. Okay, of the steps, the whole research. It's basically, it's almost the same. It is being named differently. Okay, abstract would be the conclusion would be the conclude part of your research. Abstract is the main thing that what you have. The one paragraph about 300 words that explain what is your research about. Conclusion is the result, whatever result that you have got from your research. Okay. I hope, Hafiza, are you clear with that, Hafiza?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So abstract, again, yeah, it's not easy. Abstract, when people read your abstract, basically they will know, okay, this girl is working on this, and this the objective, and then you have the methods, yeah, and then the recommendation maybe. Or sometimes they mention also the gap, okay, short one. Right, but the conclusion is the whole thing of the research, the summarization of analysis part, it's almost the same, but of course it has different in certain ways. Right.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, welcome, Hafiza. Okay, any more question?
Any other question, guys?
Daisy, your students are good, they ask question. I have difficulty to ask question, to have my students ask me questions.
Okay, the appreciation is yours, guys. So applaud yourself for that. Al-Faizi wants to ask you another question.
Yes.
Okay. Can we know your opinion on the topic of using AI to help you for your research? Like maybe use it to help you to fulfill your research method. Is it still counted as eligible?
Yes, good question. Very many researchers now use AI. Okay, you guys are very lucky. I would say that technology, everything is under the fingertips. Okay, but of course you have to use it wisely. That, for example, ChatGPT, you can do that, but again, you have to clarify that. You have to say that if you take from somewhere, you have to acknowledge where you get the information from. Okay, just to double check, on your work, maybe some terminologies. Yes, you can do that. Yeah, but it's not ethical if you take word by word from ChatGPT and put inside your research. That is not ethical. Okay, and of course using I don't know, in Jogja, do you have you are using the ChatGPT, right? You're familiar with ChatGPT,
Yes,
right? Yes. So with ChatGPT, you need to be sure of the words chosen. Okay, when trash in and trash out. If you ask wrong question, they will answer wrongly. Yeah, so you have to actually think wisely what to ask. Okay, but again, it's not wrong. To me, to have different ways of thinking, yes, you can have use that, but do not just copy, paste, and voila, you submit to Miss Daisy saying that, oh, Miss Daisy, this is my work. No, that is unethical. Yeah, what you can do, okay, let me teach you. What you can do, you can refer to ChatGPT and then you rephrase. That is when ChatGPT is just an AI. The intelligent part is you guys, we, the human being. Right? So you paraphrase, you rephrase in your own words. You have the idea, given the idea, and then you rephrase. Then that will be better. Okay, terhormat, I would say. Yeah, rather than plagiarism, plagiarize. Yeah, something like that. Any more question?
Is that enough? Ais? Okay, thank you for the answer. May I add a little about the use of AI, Miss Zainab?
Sure, sure. Miss Daisy.
Yeah, actually, in our institution, we have the requirement. Actually, meaning we have the regulation. There is a what a maximum percentage for those kind of plagiarism, meaning a kind of citation. And now, in our class as well here later for your paper proposal writing at the end of the semester there will be they will be also checked using Turnitin, and now Turnitin can be also detect can also detect the use of AI. So any kind of percentage can be detected using AI. So I often tell them that it is you who are going to study things. You are now studying yeah, it is you who wants to be smart, right? Do not rely on the ChatGPT all the time. I say that to my students often, actually. Thank you very much.
Yes, I would like to add on that, Miss Daisy. Guys, listen to me, and not listen to me. Listen to us. Yeah, we have the experience. Yeah, so you don't do that because we have the Turnitin. They will check, and your readability must not be more than 30%. Right? If more than 30%, okay, you will have problem with that. Yeah. I don't know. My camera, see, unable to detect. So sorry, guys. Not that I do not want to show my camera. It's not working. Saying that too tired, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me check.
Okay. Okay then. Is that enough, guys?
Do you have anything else you like to ask? You know, but you can always. My advice to you, yeah. You can always go and meet your lecturer. Miss Daisy is always there, right? Ask her. Okay, like as for me, I prefer student to come and ask me rather than keeping quiet, you know, in the dark. And then at the 11th hour, that you come and say, I don't know what to do. No, come from the beginning of the semester, okay, so that we can help you, right? We can help you to show you the way, right? Or maybe we can two heads are better than one. Yeah, so you bring in whatever that you want inside the proposal, show it to your lecturer, and then she will look at it and then to see whether it's workable or not. Yeah, so that is our actually our purpose of being here, right? To actually to share, yeah, and then of course like I don't know, in Malaysia we have apa, siapa makan garam dahulu. I don't know about you guys, like you know, we have the experience, okay, we have gone through, we know, right, how you actually, you know, from time to time you can refer to your lecturers. We are here to actually to guide. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Zainab. I'm happy that you have the same point of view with me in this case. Right, guys, you now can believe me, right? Do not procrastinate. This is not something that you can finish in a wink of eye, something like that. So you have to prepare it little by little so that you are going to get the maximum outcome. Okay, is that all, everyone? Okay. Assalamualaikum Pak Dimas. We are reaching the end of our guest lecture, Pak Dimas. So before we end the lecture, do you have one or two words to say? Is Pak Dimas still here? Oh,
I saw him just now, yeah. Maybe he's
okay. 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 Oh, okay. Wait for a moment, please. Okay. Okay, please, Pak Dimas.
thank you, Madam Daisy, for having this very tremendous and very great discussion. So sorry for just joining the sessions, doctors. Just finished also the class. But thank you so much for accepting our humble invitations, by the way, Dr. Zainab. And by the way, our program here is so active in inviting so many guest lectures so that the student can learn each other from other expert lectures. And we do wish that you will be able to maybe accept our other invitations next time. And given that in UMY we have so many international programs, we have so many international activities, and inshallah next 2 months we'll be having international summer school programs. So maybe we will inform you later. Maybe you are interested also to contribute in our summer school program.
Yeah.
So that's all
Pak
I have,
Dimas.
Madam Daisy. Thank you so
Pak
much.
Dimas,
Yes.
congratulations, ya Pak Dimas, because UMY is very active in internationalization. I noticed that. Yeah, and
Yes.
it's you have been working very hard, and it's a good way to actually to build our networking. Yeah,
Inshallah.
and I am also having Miss Daisy to my guest lecture next week. Yeah, Miss Daisy, she will be giving also a talk to my students. Yeah, so looking forward for that. Yeah, and then congratulations to Pak Dimas, UMY. Yeah. Guys, you should be proud studying in UMY, yeah, because
you.
it's very active. Yeah, bravo.
Thank you very much for the praise,
Thank you
Miss
so much,
Zainab.
Dr. Zainab.
Take this opportunity to excel in your life because you have many other universities, but UMY is among the best. Yeah.
Amin.
Okay, thank you. Please, Madam Daisy, I hand over back to you.
Okay, I think we are now at the end of our guest lecture, everyone. Thank you very much for everyone who have already who have joined the guest lecture actively and also asked questions. We are glad that you dedicate your time and being committed during the lecture, and then. It's an honor for us, Ms. Zainab, to have you here today. We are really learning from the expert today. So you have already taken most of my responsibility in teaching them in this course, Ms. Zainab. So thank you very much. I believe that today's lecture can be a huge help for my students in writing the paper proposal later. So it's very precious. We would like once again to thank Ms. Zainab for the kind willingness to share the knowledge and also insights that you have, particularly in the paper proposal writing. Hopefully that in the future we are going to have more and more collaboration and also cooperation in any part of the academic things, something like that. Okay, thank you very much for Ms. Zainab. Wish you a healthy, happy, and wonderful life. And good luck for everything. Really nice to meet you today and really nice to have your lecture today. Thank you very much. I think that is all for our guest lecture. Thank you, Pak Dimas. Thank you for IPIF UMY.
Thank
who
you.
have given us opportunity. Thank you guys for being here. I think that is all for our guest lecture today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you everyone.
Waalaikumsalam. Terima kasih, Ibu Zainab. Sehat selalu.
Amin.